3-mana commanders are in a really great position right now in Historic Brawl because, especially in green, because you've got so many 1-drop ramp guys. If you get any of these guys out on turn 1, then you're going to get a turn 2 Planeswalker, which is traditionally quite difficult to deal with, especially one that keeps making lots of bodies. So 0/1 green plant creatures aren't that exciting, but once you start putting counters on all of them, or considering that the ultimate is basically Sphinx's Revelation, it's kind of crazy. So the ultimate is where we really want to get to aim for. You gain X life and draw X cards, it's the number of lands you control. We'll be playing lots of lands anyway, you'll be ramping anyway. So it's just a really blue-white ability tacked onto a green Planeswalker, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. And it's got one of the highest ceilings I think I've ever seen on a very cheap Planeswalker. So the tokens aren't that special by themselves, but because it cares about tokens and +1/+1 counters, it really takes advantage of cards like Doubling Season, which is just going to make this card crazy. Now, sadly, it won't be able to ultimate instantly because it only has 3 loyalty times 2 is 6, but it only takes one turn of ability and then an extra to then use your ultimate. But obviously, this Doubling Season does work with all the other Planeswalkers. We have like Vivian Reed and 3 other Nissas, which are all known quantities and known to be very powerful. Other ways to take advantage of the tokens, we've got Sylvan Anthem to make all our tokens a bit bigger. We have Tribute to the World Tree, which also makes tokens bigger whenever they come in. And apart from that, loads of just like landfall effects and ways to increase the number of countering creatures, like Hardened Scales, Ozolith. We want to use Incubation Druid effects as well. Whenever this gets a counter, it taps for 3 mana. Just really cool things. That combine that with Bristly Bill is really nice as well. Turn 2 or 3, tap for loads of mana. Evolution Sage, land comes in Proliferate. So there's a lot of counters and proliferation sub-themes within this deck. So it hits at a lot of different angles. Now, sadly, these types of videos don't do as well because people in the paper commander community they can't use Planeswalkers, so that's a bit of a shame. But I hope people in the Brawl community can appreciate this deck and this video, because I think that it's really fun to have some kind of different angle to Brawl, which it makes it different from paper, even though some people find this format a bit abhorrent due to alchemy, me being one of them. Not a massive fan of alchemy cards, but some of them are just too good to not use. I think this deck pretty much is all paper cards mostly, so yeah, I hope you enjoy using it. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really pushes us into the stratosphere, makes me popular, and it just helps me a hell of a lot. So please like and subscribe if that's how you feel. And then if you want to support me any other way, check in the description box below. I've got Ko-fi and Patreon, 2 different ways to support me. That also really helps me monetarily. But yeah, I hope you enjoy today's video. Attracting a hell of a lot of ire from tier 1 to Hell Q level stuff. Is she really Hell Q? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but Jesus Christ. I'm being challenged. I mean, I'm winning some of the games. It's just, it's kind of frustrating. Everything's blue X, counter this, counter that. But yeah, turn 2 Nissa is pretty sweet. So Ornithopter Paradise, do I want to kill it? Definitely want to go for Bristly Bill first. Oof. I guess doing what I'm doing now, which is basically God Handing, I can kind of see where we're getting at. Let's do the counters here. All right, maybe this particular game was pretty hellish. I have to agree. But come on, give me some non-blue decks to face. Right, we'll keep this. I've mulliganed aggressively here, just so I can get to a turn 1 mana ramp. And I've done that because we're facing Grenzo, which is just so crazy powerful. And we'll see how we go. So with the Utopia Sprawl, we're going to get a turn 2 Nissa, which is exactly what we need. Now, bear in mind that this Grenzo has been nerfed, but it's still really, really scary because it steals one of your cards. It can now only play cards if they cost 3 or less, which is a lot more balanced. But yeah, let's see if they have a way to deal with Nissa. Remember, we want to aim for her ultimate, which just gives us a huge advantage. I mean, it's difficult to say sometimes. Sometimes you do just want to go -2 and give yourself just kind of like a nice boost to the field you have. Also got Growing Rights, which is going to be quite good. Got 4 mana. I wonder what they're going to do. Let's try to go for a Scoot Swarm here. Just keep adding threat after threat. I mean, imagine going wide with loads of Scoot Swarms and putting counters on all of them. That's a really viable strategy as well. Because then suddenly you've given all your Scoot Swarms double strike, in a way. And bear in mind, we went second. And we mulled to 6. 4, 5, 6. So they have 6 mana. The good news here is that if they do steal a card, we're a green deck. And the green decks, when you're stealing something that's going to be 3 or less that they're going to cast for free, it's not that scary. If we were multicolour and the stealing card, I'd be a lot more concerned. But we don't have any board wipes, so the likelihood that they steal one of a good card from us is not that great. So I'm thinking, do we put counters on here and just swing in? Growing Rights is actually going to tap end of turn, and that's going to be quite strong, actually. Bristly Bill as well. Oof, blimey. So they have a board wipe, but you know what, let's tick up. I'm going to tick up.
You will not ruin this world.
Okay, so this now taps for mana equal to creatures we control. So this is a Gaia's Cradle, which is banned in Commander, but that doesn't really mean much for Arena. But yeah, this is a super strong ability, as long as we have loads of creatures anyway. So here comes Grenzo. How much damage? What can he really do here? Do you know what? I think we could... Can we win? We may be able to win, given the fact that we have 7 mana with Itlamok. Bristly Bill can double the number of counters on each of our creatures. That's going to be pretty crazy. It's a shame these aren't Saprolings. What have they got? Are they taking something that's 3 mana or less, I wonder? My heart is in my throat. Okay, so they have a fight spell. That's fair enough. I think they may have still gone for the wrong thing, though. Bristly Bill's going to kill them now. Right, let's have a think about this for a second. So land comes in. Let's put a counter on something without any power. Right, now we have to be careful about the sequencing here. This taps for 6. Inscription first. Put 2 counters on a creature. And then we can have it fight. Let's just do this first. Maybe that's the wrong order, but
this world is not yours to destroy.
Then we can... We've got so much mana, haven't we? So how much do we need? We want to have 5 to double all the counters. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's just enough. So kicker. 2 counters, then fight. Oh, we can choose 3. Fantastic. So 2 counters. I'm going to press full control here. 2 counters. Target creature to put 2 counters on. Hang on a sec. Did I just do that wrong? I'm really paranoid. Right, kick it. All the modes. No! Bloody hell. Let's try that again. Counters. Submit. Target player. Us. Submit. Target creature you control. What is going on with all these? I don't know what's going on. Oh, there we go. So many bloody arrows. I'm a bit worried now. Right. Now double all the counters. Right, so that's dead. I guess it's not enough to kill him, but we tried. It all got a bit too confusing with those arrows, I have to admit. Down to 11, okay. So if he has a board wipe, we can just rebuild with the Tender Shoot Dryad. Yeah, it wasn't as insane as I thought, even... Well, they're doubling one... Because some of these didn't have much power, did they? But if this survives now, it's going to be outrageous. So what do they kill? That's the question, right? Unexpected windfall. So they're looking for a damnation or a languish or an extinction event. Or your needs expertise. That's sushi. Well, that ain't going to do it, is it, my friend? Land comes in, put a counter on the weakest one. Tend to shoot Dryad. Counter on everything again. Double everything.
All planes deserve protection.
Actually, we should have done this first, to be honest, but get another land now. That's crazy. Put it on the weakest one. And swing in. Unless they got some kind of weird fog effect. But man, that was pretty satisfying. Nissa proving that putting a counter on a plant can be pretty effective. I know Bristly Bill was there to help too, to be fair. Okay, weirdly enough, we have a starting hand with the Utopia Sprawl, so unless they discard it, which they haven't, okay, that's pretty good. I think Nissa versus Tiny Bones is actually a really, really strong matchup, because although they'll be discarding stuff, I'm not that bothered. But they do have kill spells, so if they kill Nissa, that would be pretty annoying. However, if they do that, then they're not discarding cards in our hand. So, okay. Oh, they have enchantment removal. That is pretty irritating. Especially when we missed a natural land drop. But again, it does mean they're not discarding from our hand. So whenever they make us discard, they draw a card. Hopeless Nightmare. Each opponent discards a card and loses 2. To get rid of Contagion Engine, I feel like I'm not going to be able to cast this, which means they... Okay, we'll keep doing this then. Land is good. I think we just keep making plants. And then I'm just going to plot the Rhino guy. So that's going to be quite good next turn. They can't actually interact with this as well because it's in exile. So we can just play this, make a plant which comes in with... Actually, this gives it no extra counters because it has 0 power. Oh, that's a shame. So that actually doesn't synergize very well in Nissa.
Within my reach.
Each opponent discards a card. We get rid of the Branching Evolution. That's less useful here than this Nissa, I think. Land. Okay. What have they got? They got some Planeswalker removal or something? I'm not sure. Return a permanent from my graveyard to my hand. We can get back the Contagion Engine. On tap of land, I guess. They've definitely got removal in their hand. Or some kind of interaction. Oh, I don't know what it is about that. It's kind of annoying, but... Right, okay. Sadly, it gets no power boost, as I said, because 0 power, but we'll see. Five mana, 2 smallish creatures, well, pretty small creatures, and what have they got then? I've got 2 Planeswalkers, 2 Nissas. Can we sustain? Eat the Swarm on the Railway Brawler, man. They've had so much goddamn removal. It's literally been 4 removal spells in a bloody row. Yeah, I guess we'll block there.
I will not be deterred.
Pretty irritating, but I guess some mono black players, all they really know is removal, so... And they have another piece of removal. Come on, man. Jesus. So at least we can kill the Tiny Bones here. Slow them down a bit. I mean, we've pulled a
I
lot of
must cleanse
aggro.
this corrupted land.
This Nissa has given us quite a bit of lifelink because they just keep going for her. So that the literal entire deck is just literally removal.
Well, I'd say it's good to see another planeswalker, but it's not.
We're going to give it -3, -3. Breaking Hell. Okay. Right, let's get a card into our hand. And Nissa. Okay, well, she's at ultimate. Do they have a way to kill her?
Oh, you don't want to mess.
So if we want to attack him next turn, we have to discard card. Each player discards. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Each player discards is interesting. They're down to 10. I kind of have to do that, right? I need to gain some cards, but after they've discarded literally every single bloody card before.
If you care for this world, stand down.
Right, let's see what they do here then. Put 3 counters on a card.
Behold nature's true power.
Swing in. We have to discard, but that's fine. What do they do here? Block with the mummy. Okay. I guess we'll play Rushkar. We could have gone for the Incubation Druid. Oh, we've still got mana, to be fair. We can actually still do that. Yeah. Annoyingly, we discarded, which means they draw, so the Davriel synergizes pretty well with the Tiny Bones. And they're at 9.
Let's make smart decisions, shall we?
Just do it. And they've got so many random blockers. Primal Might, that's pretty good. Target creature gets +X/+X, then it fights something. That could be good. We've got a lot of mana to play with here. I feel like we definitely go for Nissa. Then we definitely want to untap. And we're going to put all counters on all our things and then smush them in the face. Oh, that felt pretty good. Mono Black Discard is such an evil deck. Okay. Place in the new Kaikar. Let's see how we can get on. They're going to be a Flicker-based deck and Spirits. It's quite versatile, actually. Seems to be pretty good on paper. Ranger class is really nice as well, just to boost the counters we can get on all our things. Gives us a bit of pressure compared to the Nissa 0/1s too. If they leave mana up, okay, so that's what they want to do. Right, we'll take this up then. And this is why it's so good against blue decks, because we already have something on the field that gets bigger and bigger. And I think we're just going to try and find a land here. Nice. I'm very scared of their blue mana. And once again, they're not going to do anything. Okay, let's just attack again. Just going to take a beating from our class saga then, or class enchantment, if that's how they want to be. If they play this, we're going to kill it with a fight spell. Okay, so they're not going to do anything again. Nice. Let's just keep hitting them then. If that's how they want to be. Are we going to win with just one card? It's quite funny. See if we can resolve this. If they counter that, then it's like, okay. Rewind. Nice. I feel like they didn't really... I don't know. They're going to get rid of Gate to the mana. Ooh! Nice. Bloody counter decks. This is the thing I don't get about counter decks. You spend your whole time desperate, absolutely desperate. I can smell the desperation. trying to counter my thing. That you're just not doing your thing. You're just not doing the thing you've come to play Magic for, which is play your commander. It's really odd, isn't it? In a way. Certainly a type. Get an extra turn. Wow. Okay, it's going to be one of those games. Beezer. Life. Fine. Light spell. 5. Target creature deals damage. So we'll have our wolf fight the Beezer. Or Bazer. Nice. Probably should have gone for the Lotus Cobra there. That was silly.
I must heal
Like a
this
farm. Am I being duped here?
This world is not.
Do they just have a massive board wipe? I don't know. If they do, they do. We just have to do the thing we can do. That could have just been a decoy, to be honest. Let's just hope it's not a destroy all non-land permanents. That would be very sad. That would be a very me thing to do, though. Don't see many people use planar cleansing effects when they're very, very good. Oh, they bloody do as well. Okay. Return 2 things. Guess we return those 2 things, considering those were doing us a lot of favours. So they literally did have a thing there. 6 mana. So just rebuild. Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, Nissa. And let's start our journey again, guys. Okay.
Stand down.
We got pretty lucky though, because if they had 6 mana there, we would have lost everything. But they paid the mastery cost for 4 mana, which meant that we got to return 2 things. So we kind of got away. We were very lucky there. To be honest, could have been a lot worse. We would have been without a lot of our win cons. Archival World. Gift Heuristic Study. What the hell? Gift Heuristic Study? Shuffle your hand and graveyard. Then draw 7. If the gift wasn't promised, each other player also does the same. They've given us heuristic. I don't know. That was a bit weird. Okay, let's think about this for a second. How much does this tap for? 3. Let's expand the spheres. So we can put 2 lines into play, or we could proliferate twice. That would take her to 6. View browser. Let's do 1 and then proliferate once, I think. Probably should have attacked first with the Ranger class out. Whenever you attack. What do we do? Well, I think we definitely make a plant because we want to get to 7.
I am no friend
And then...
of yours.
yeah, we'll just take her. Count from the wolf. The heuristic is going to make it interesting because whether they like it or not, it's going to get in the way of what they want to do. If they have another board wipe thing, another board wipe. Oh, blimey, that's annoying. Okay, fine. Goodness me. It's just board wipe central, which is kind of ironic given that the deck cares about making dudes. So let's see. Right, let's just see if we can proliferate here. And then we're going to lose the Nissa. But we're going to draw like 7 cards or whatever,
Please
right?
note that I tried. Tell the Gatewatch. I'm sorry.
Please don't stifle this. Thank you very much.
Stand down.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay, nice. Okay, Sylvan Anthem is pretty good with the Nykthos as well. It's going to let us add a lot more mana. I feel like if they had a way to destroy non-land permanents, they would have used it there because we had lots of residual stuff, including heuristic study. So I feel fairly safe redeploying stuff into a field. Yeah, I'm not sure about this deck. If like I get it, you want to protect yourself, but it feels like the majority of removal has been wipes, and Zendikar cares about flickering other creatures, which I haven't really seen any of, or making 1/1s. Like, I know that I don't leave home without board wipes, but I just feel like I don't know, now they're roping me in addition to all this. I literally can't escape roping. It's so frequent. How are you today anyway? How are you, the viewer? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I try and bring you the greatest content I can, and that sometimes involves me facing ropers. So I do apologise for your disturbance during your stay. I hope you can appreciate that I have to go through this a lot, so I'll try my very best to edit out all the roping. Wow, okay, so we actually managed to resolve that. Really, thank you so much. So if I do this... Can I go for Nissa again? Awesome.
The wild can never be contained. All planes.
Oh, look at that artwork. I have to scry it though, it's just not effective this late. And discard a card, or discard a forest. Nice. So yeah, as I was saying, Nissa's ultimate is really quite insane. Like, Sphinx's Revelation is... Oh, it's it's game ending. When I play with my paper friends, we have like a whiteboard that we just record some funny statistics and stuff. Normally, we found a threshold. If someone draws +4 cards during a game, it's very likely they win. And so it's a very unusual amount to have on file, but there's something about the number 4. When somebody draws 1, 2, 3 cards, it's kind of like negligible air, but then when someone draws a big amount, you can kind of attribute that to one of the big contributing factors to the victory. I guess it's, I don't know the science behind it, but yeah, 4 or more cards seems to really, really do it. But yeah, I'll go back to the waiting for the rope to finish now. Cool, independent rope there. Why this rope earlier? Whatever, I get the win. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.